Like my new toy?
No.
You know what it is?
No, I don't know what it is. So we are live. Looks like we are live now.
It's telling me my glucose meter. It's a new glucose meter in my arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What?
Cool. So we are live. We are live on YouTube, guys.
Hi.
Tonight I am at the Lycée Claudel in Ottawa, and I am working. But I decided to start the stream a little earlier today, and Brad and John Martin and the gang are going to host the show tonight. We're going to talk about radio control cars, and if Brad wants to talk about Tamiya, he's more than welcome. He's the man in charge tonight.
I do want to take some time to talk about Steve O.D. though.
Yes, and John Martin did send me a link, and I don't know if he's going to get to his computer, but you guys can show that. I did enable the share screen, so people can actually share the screen and show that. You guys are more than welcome to actually do that and talk about Steve O.D. also. I'll try to jump in and out depending how busy I am. Right now, there's nothing much I can do because I'm waiting for the people to, the IT people to actually do some network magic and upload the file for me to start pushing buttons. So once in a while, I'll talk to you guys.
I did hopefully send them with the obituary thing online. I sent a condolence to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I hope it got through. They said it had to be looked over before it was put on the thing.
Cool. So the video looks like it is live on YouTube right now, so which is good.
I didn't get any. I wanted to talk to you before we went live, Tank, but
Too late. We're live.
yeah, I didn't get no update. So,
What do you mean updates? No email?
well, no email till right now.
Yeah, I know. It was at 9:15 that I had it sent out.
Oh, okay.
I should have put it at 9 o'clock, but usually we start at 9:30. But I decided to start now because I had time to activate this stream. So
I was just. Oh, go ahead, Brad.
It almost looks like you got a Tamiya there.
yeah.
No, it's not a Tamiya.
ARC for film, radioactive scale RC. How are you doing? JD Passel is there. RC Master is there. Where's my wrench? He wants his wrench again. Let me see if I can put his wrench. There, little crybaby.
Sean's gonna
sorry,
put out.
Did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Sean's gonna put out his thing constantly.
I was gonna ask you if you got my email the other day.
I did receive something, but it looked like a virus. I'm not sure. Anyways, it was a nod text or a nod thing from a phone. I don't usually click on those because I don't know what they are.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's the message you sent me from your phone or whatever.
Yeah, I sent it from the phone.
Yeah, it did not look like an email. It looked like it came from somebody's personal phone. And I kind of said, oh, like, do I click on it? Don't I? So I wasn't sure. So I didn't. And I think I deleted it, but you can send it again if you want.
Yeah. Well, I talked to two people and they might want to join the panel at least.
The email you just received, forward them the email you just received and tell them to come on in.
Okay.
That actually works.
That's on my phone, I guess, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be back.
You see the email.
I'll be back in a second then.
Okay.
Spin Rush is back.
Where?
He likes he likes the comical Levante. He likes it. He did a video on it today.
He did.
Yes.
No, I know. I saw it. And I commented on it.
Your mic is off, by the way. Okay, so you said you did it. You did it for me. You said it to me, but I believe you do really like. I do think you really like it.
Oh, I instantly fell in love with it. I mean, I saw it on the table there. We were just speaking with some friends on a track day, and I saw that comical, and I was like, oh man, I wish Brad was here right now. And I immediately went and grabbed the GoPro and I just started recording. Okay, I'm going to do a video on this car right now. And I'm going to post it. And it's like, Brad's going to fall in love with this.
That's your next car. That's your next car that you're going to buy, right?
Well, you know, he actually took some of my name stickers and my race labels, and he put them on his car right then and there. He's
I
like,
saw that.
oh,
I saw
yeah,
that.
yeah. I was
So
like,
you had it's got spin rush on it.
yeah. So actually, I use this. Go ahead.
I hope you do buy one since you like it so much. And don't forget, there's several of those cars. There's two that are four-wheel drive, and that's just one of them. And then there's the Hot Shot that's four-wheel drive that's comical. And then you got the Hornet, Grasshopper, and Frog that are also in that form, but two-wheel drive.
Well, I definitely have to go to the shop. We're planning sometime in October to get back outside and hit the dirt tracks. And so there's a shop not too far from here that has lots and lots of Tamiya cars. So
you should see those things race. You should see those things race. They're fun to race. And those tires get good traction.
Oh yeah. But it's hard to deny the spirit and the energy in those vehicles. I mean, when you look at them, when they're there right up close in front of you, it's like, oh man, it was love at first sight.
That's what I say about them. Their character and personality. That's what Tamiya is in a nutshell. They have vehicles that have actually won races, so they do make high performance vehicles. But most of them are first come try people on it, and it doesn't matter. They don't have. I mean, I personally think doing 20, 25, maybe more with some of them is perfectly fine, and they're perfectly fun that way. They can't get up in their speed. Trust me, there's a guy who gets them to do over 140 miles an hour. But you know. Yeah, he got a Grasshopper to do over 50. I mean, a Hornet to go over 50.
Wow.
Brad, your microphone, you're speaking way too loud. Your microphone is actually sounds very bad because you're getting too excited there, and your microphone is really padding itself. So.
All right, his name is Stewart Mack. Look him up.
Okay, Stewart Mack. We're gonna find that guy.
He's from Australia. He's from Australia. Right. He does a lot of speed runs with lots of different cars, and some of them are Tamiyas. He's almost 100. He's almost hit 150 miles an hour with one of the on-road touring cars.
Oh,
yes, guys, really good to see you guys today. And first thing I want to say right out of my mouth is I'm very, I'm sorry about what happened with your friend recently. I saw that video, that tribute video, and again, my heart's out to you guys. I mean, I didn't know him personally, but obviously I felt a lot while watching the video, while watching Tank's video, and I'm really sorry for that.
What's a real shame is he just had his birthday, his 40th birthday.
Yeah.
He was a young man, and he shouldn't have died. It's that simple.
Oh.
You never know when your time is going to be up, but to me, it seems like he was fighting and he was winning, but I guess things went worse. So, which is sad, but
that's the thing with cancer.
Yep,
doing good ones and gone the next.
If I share just a quick story with you guys, about 3 years ago, my father passed away from cancer as well, and he was fine. And then I think it took a process was about 6 months. It was really hard on me. And I felt helpless because I was over here in Japan. And of course, my father was back home in the States. I flew back home a couple of times there, but
I lost my girlfriend to cancer. I had a girlfriend that I had for more than a decade, and she died of cancer, and she died unfortunately quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I was with her for 13 years.
That shit hits everybody. My uncle's got it bad. My mom had it bad. But she survived it, but my uncle's not doing good.
Believe it or not, my father also died from cancer over 20 years ago. But he had a rare form of cancer. It was gallbladder cancer.
Yeah. I think in my case, it was pancreatic. It was.
Oh, that one's like one of the most deadly.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now I can advise to, my friends and people, just make sure you getting your medical checks as often as possible. They say if you if you catch it early in its first stage or second stage, if you get onto it, you might be able to do something about it. But again, a lot of people I know have been affected by the C word. So
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said a couple of weeks ago, talk to your family that you haven't talked to in a long time, because you never know. My brother just passed away 2 weeks ago. He was on the school bus, and the kids found him leaning over the school bus. He had a brain aneurysm.
oh,
Yeah.
My girlfriend didn't catch it early because she never told anybody she was having problems. She didn't think she was having problems. The next thing I know, she's breathing funny. That's how it came about.
Well, again, Tank, that was a really, really moving video that you put out, and I watched that in its entirety.
I watched it too, but I couldn't hear what he was saying in the background, unfortunately.
Yeah, the music was a little loud. I wasn't planning on speaking, but I did. But I did not bring the audio down. It sounded okay on my speakers. Sorry if some of you did not hear it, but maybe if you wear headphones, maybe you'll hear it. But it's just me saying this is his grandpa and this is that, this is that. But it's.
Yeah, I'll wear my head. I haven't seen it yet, Tank, but I'll wear my headphones when I watch it.
Yeah.
It was, we used to have a funny thing with him when this other guy, Steve, who was called Chen RC, he was talking about Jay Leno's cleaners for the cars, and he uses it on his RC cars, and Steve O.D. says, I love that stuff. He's talking about sniffing it and everything. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of the biggest it was one of the biggest going jokes for a while with him. It was funny. He goes, I love Jays. It was so funny.
Yeah, and Aaron was live about an hour ago. I saw he was on a live video.
Yeah, he was doing something with
the
new controller he picked up. It was like a 12-channel controller or something or other.
There's a lot going on this week. One of the biggest events that's happened this week was apparently Horizon Hobby had their festival or their show this week, and I saw Tony and a couple other guys down there. They were posting their videos.
The sailors. That's funny. I told him. I just told him in a comment. I said Tony's a friend of mine. He goes, they said he's a nice guy. This is the second time he's met them too.
This is his third Holmes Hobby motor I put in mine. They just keep on stopping, run and stop and run and stop. And
I was having a power delivery problem. My car would run fine for a while when I was out running my my Hornet, and I was using this. I wanted to bring it down to storage level and then drain it with salt and water. But I'm wondering, because the balance leads are broken, that it was causing a flow problem to the ESC.
Maybe it was arcing. Maybe the wires were arcing and touching.
I have about 4 of those batteries that you just dynamite reaction batteries.
They weren't touching, John. They were looking like this. There's no way they were touching when they were.
No, I'm just saying maybe they were bouncing around in there and
maybe in the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, because they wouldn't have been able to do it on the outside. Trust me on that.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying in general.
I thought maybe I would have to take the motor out and clean it with my contact cleaner.
Oh.
It was very, very dusty.
I have a question for you guys. When you see an ad that says ready to run, what does that expect for you?
Put a battery in and go.
Yep.
So it doesn't have a battery. It doesn't mean ready to run does not include a battery, right?
No, not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Okay. Because I'm trying to sell something. Well, I sold it, but the first guy I would contact too, I said it was ready to run, and he thought it had a battery and all that stuff. And I said, no, it doesn't have a battery. So he,
you sold the Stampede.
ready to run. No, I didn't sell a Stampede.
Oh, okay.
It was just 4-wheel drive, not a HPI, but it's a 3-letter PSP something. It's a really weird rock crawler. I'll have to get
It's
the
too bad.
name.
You could have sent it to Spin Rush in Japan. You're at work, aren't you? It seems to be very quiet there.
No, actually, we are teleworking. I'm some of the teachers, the people at my job, were teleworking from home, and that is, of course, because of the coronavirus numbers here. We're still dealing with they call it the 5th wave, and so yeah, we're dealing with that, and of course the Delta variant, which is out there. So yeah, basically a skeleton crew at the campus.
I just one of my friends caught COVID because his wife brought it back. She's fine. He just got out of the hospital, so he's on the mend. Thank God.
Yeah,
and I'm very close to him. I'm very close to this guy.
Yeah, again, they're really, really slow with the whole vaccination thing. I think I'm like scheduled sometime in November of this year. It's like, okay, wow, November. That's
right now they're talking about boosters. They're talking about boosters here. And you know what? Johnson & Johnson hasn't made a booster, and I got the Johnson & Johnson, and I do not want to mix them.
No.
Not a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. It's depressing when we get to that topic.
It's depressing about.
Yeah, man. Let's even talk about that.
It's depressing to talk about all the things that are going on in this world. It's depressing everywhere.
Let's move on.
That's just being general. Just being general.
Yeah. Wow. So again, we get on RC, and talking about RC. I've been really busy painting bodies recently, and that's been.
You good at it? You good at it now?
I'm all right. I think one, product announcement. Again, it's not really an announcement, but I love that pink Biddy design liquid mask. That stuff works really, really well for painting bodies, and so I've been using that.
I've never used any of that liquid mask tape.
Hi, Lyle.
Works pretty good.
And hi, Randy.
Be right back.
Brad.
So, did everybody see the obituary for him and send a condolence thing to them?
Yeah.
Just curious if anybody did that.
Well, I've seen some of it. I didn't send anything.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm trying to get the link sent to myself so I can
Send it out.
Yeah. So Brad, this is the stuff that I'm talking about here. I've been using. Oh
yes, I know that stuff.
And it works really, really well.
That spray can, or is that you dump on?
I actually use a paintbrush.
Oh, okay, paintbrush. Yeah.
Yeah, I just painted onto the body. I put about 5 or 6 coats before
some good thick coats on there.
Yeah, get some good thick coats.
And you cut it out, right?
Lyle, you're not cold, are you?
Does it turn a color, different color?
A little bit. Slightly.
It should be hot there still, according to you.
So,
well, 12 degrees today. It's kind of warm. It's like 8 right now.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a big drop.
Yeah.
It could be 30 degrees in the day and 4 degrees at night here.
Oh, you did that? That's all paint, right? Cut all the letters and everything?
No. Of course, there were some imperfections. I'm not perfect at painting bodies. I don't know who
I do like the color. I do like the color.
Yeah, this is also a Tamiya, the rattle can. This is a sky blue anodized aluminum look for the color, and this
you'll love their paint.
The inside looks really good. Yeah,
their paints are fantastic.
So does that paint stuff? I mean, does that liquid stuff come on clear, or does it come with a little bit of color so you can see what you're cutting and everything?
Well, basically, once it's a little bit clear, it's still pink. You recognize that it's there, but you can still see, like, of course, if you're drawing your design on the outside of the body with a permanent marker, you can still see your design. Every now and then, I just go back and I just use the permanent marker again a little bit more to make sure it's clear where I got to cut. But it works really well.
Don't forget
I'm a
about
beginner.
paint
I'm a
markers.
beginner. So yeah.
Don't forget
I can
about
tell
paint
you.
markers. Don't forget about markers in our paints.
Yeah. I haven't dabbled with those yet, but I'm sure I will in the future.
Yeah, for little detail items. Like putting eyes on someone or that type of stuff.
Definitely.
I since you like that car so much, I think you are going to run out and get one or one of the comicals.
Oh, definitely in the future. It's something fun. It's really, again,
Wheelies
some
and
people are really
somersaults.
serious about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is for Steve-O.
Okay. Let's go into this.
Like I said, guys, I have put a link into the chat there. It doesn't look like it highlighted to be a clickable link, but you can definitely copy it and paste it in there. And here's some of the messages and stuff people have put in.
Kevin Gibbs did one too.
Yep.
I don't know if mine was been okayed yet.
No, I don't see it. So
it should have gone through. I don't know why it wouldn't have.
Well,
it was up above. It already went by.
What's that?
I think I saw Brad's name above. I think it already went by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here I am. Yep, I'm there.
Yeah, there it is. Well, like I said, I just figured I'd scroll through what was already here.
I shed a tear for that guy.
Yeah. But like I said, it's there. So if anybody
wants to share in the obituaries,
wants to do anything or add anything to it,
go to add a memory. It's called add a memory.
Yep. But anyways, I figured I'd post that up there just so you guys can see it. So I just happened to catch it. You know, I guess his sister put it on, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna email it to Frank, and I was talking to Brad and sent him the link to it, and
I obviously put something up for him. Lyle's going to do it too, right, Lyle?
I'm going to do what?
You're going to send a memory thing to them.
I did not know the gentleman. I would kind of feel weird about doing that.
You were on here a lot when he was here. You videoed with him a couple of times.
I don't remember, but I don't. The names aren't all real. I don't know most of guys' names unless they're on there.
Yeah.
True.
And so not that I'm trying to say anything, but I think wow, you've been coming on with us for what, maybe the last 4 or 5 months.
Since Medic moved. That's how Tank suckered me in. He's like, Medic's gonna be and then he's gonna move next week. You should come on. I'm like, okay. Came on. There was no Medic. I've been here since. So just on his live chat, that was fun.
Yeah.
You tell him to join us here?
No, I would feel bad about doing that to my friend.
Oh, come on.
So a shameless plug. Well, I was waiting to get the email invite and then see who was host. No offense, but when I shout it out, it's going to be when Tank's host for his channel, right?
Yeah.
Be nice to see Aaron.
Tank's hosting one. I'm going to shout it out. Yeah.
Well, we sent that, me and Brad were talking. I sent that girl an email, so maybe she'll show up tonight.
Oh, so isn't her name Jessica or Jesse or something like that?
Shelby.
Shelby.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but that's the name of one of John's dogs.
Yeah.
And an amazing car.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping she comes around. Always great to have a girl involved with all of us.
Yeah.
She's
Brad,
really
I would say
knowledgeable
it's-
too. I mean, she has 2 Tamayas too, Brad.
What'd
Remember,
she
I
have?
didn't know if she had any Tamayas. I don't know, but I asked her. Next time I talk to her, I'll ask her what she has.
I bet you one of them is a Claude.
I'll ask her.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Oh,
It's got to be what.
shit.
Got to be a Claude.
Too much Loctite.
So how long you be able to join?
Never too much Loctite.
How long are you going to be with us today, Spin Rush?
Oh, I'm just wanted to come on and speak with you guys.
All right.
And again, thanks for watching that vehicle, the comical Avante, and that was really nice. And hopefully in the future, I'm definitely going to do some more content on different types of vehicles. I'd like to try to get my hands on that new 110 crawler that they have. That's a Ford F-150, I believe it is, or the Raptor. And I think that came out, maybe it was by, not sure if it was Low C or Associated, but one of those two.
Traxxas? Traxxas had one too.
Yes, Traxxas has one, and then there was another company, the night version.
I don't know if Traxxas is a crawler.
No, I don't think it is.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick.
TRX?
while you're talking.
You know who also made something like that? Was HP. They make a lot of those clones of Tamiya's, but they do have some of their own stuff. They had a Raptor type vehicle that looked just like the Ford.
Okay, let
Called
me
the Hero.
clarify. The Night Runner RC Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah, yes.
That's
Associated. That is associated.
that associated, yeah. And that looks really good. It comes with a lot of scale parts and accessories that you can put on that right away.
That and the 4Runner are my favorite vehicles from them. They're the best looking as far as I'm concerned. They also have a 4Runner version.
How you doing, Magnified? You doing,
Yeah,
Kevin?
that's from the Enduro.
Yeah. It looks just like the Tacoma.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I'm pretty sure there are going to be some third-party makers where you can add some more scale parts to it for sure.
Well, associated, of course.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I didn't know you knew the guy who had the Avante, the comical Avante.
Oh, yeah. He's a friend there at the event, and I just walked over to say hi to him, and then I saw that sitting on the table, and I was like, oh, you got to let me look at this car. And yeah.
You know, it's all gears.
Yeah.
It's a monocoque chassis, and everything that runs it is all gears. All the gears. There's no shafts or anything. It's all gear driven.
I didn't have a lot of time to break it down. That whole video was unscripted, so I was just like doing it on the fly.
Yeah, like I said, I had to put a funny reply there. It's kind of comical, isn't it?
They have a comical. They have a bunch of comical series, and those are just some of them.
Yeah.
Brad,
So
Yes.
could you please stop chewing your gum? It's a little
Thank
loud,
you.
and people are complaining. Thank you.
I didn't know you were still there.
yeah.
Dude, we can hear your hair grow.
That would be a feat. So yeah, there's a hot shop version of it, and the other ones are 2-wheel drives, but they're all gear driven. There's no shafts involved except for going to the wheels, but not inside.
Yeah, I think I had a look at their homepage, or at least Googled it. And I saw it's almost like 6 gears in total, all the way across through the bottom. If I got that correct.
You should see their 6-wheel drives with the same setup. A whole bunch of gears for 6-wheel drive. Can you imagine how many gears are in that? Yeah, they're not that small. A lot of them are fairly on the big side. He was using a Tamiya motor, or because I know he was using a brushed motor. I forgot what he said it was. What type of brushed motor?
He said that it was an older motor that he had put in there just for the little bit better torque, and of course he had put in his own servo and everything else. And we were just giggly at the time with filming, and so I was like, we got to go over to the track. I wanted to see it on the track. And I don't know if you could tell, but I was really winded chasing that thing. Towards the end of the video, I just, when you watch these videos again, you look at yourself or you hear yourself and you go, I was like, this is a Tamiya comical Avante, because I had been chasing the car around the track with the camera.
Believe it or not, I've seen people put brushless on them, even the 2-wheel drives.
That's when I break out the tripods. I'm not chasing brushless.
That's why I put music in the back of mine.
Oh man, but
no way I can keep up to the stampede.
I see a lot of people taking those tires and putting them on regular buggies. It's really funny. People like those tires.
This is really beautiful kit.
Lyle, I need to ask you a question, buddy. You got any 2.2 tires in your roots?
Yeah, shelf about that big, or shit. I don't know, 4 or 5 foot shelf, 18 inches deep, full of tires.
They're all 2.2s?
Mostly.
Mostly?
I think might be 12 or 16 1.9s, but probably a couple dozen sets.
Do I have to do any mods for my axial? It's a Cherokee.
Oh, probably, yeah. Suspension lift, possibly wideners.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes tires rub on the inside. You have to get wideners. A couple mil doesn't hurt.
Did you do you have 155s too?
Only one set. They're on the Jeep.
Oh. You know what? You know how people
but the
like
body's not the Cherokee. Oh, go ahead, Brad.
What's nice is that people like it when the tire tucks in under the wheel well.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I saw actual cars doing actual trucks going up a hill like that, and they showed the tires going into the wheel well like that, pushing in, but they weren't rubbing on the actual vehicles.
That's always nice.
Yeah, it's fun to watch those. So, before you buy any of the spin rush, before you buy any of the comicals, you should look over every one of them, even the 2-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, but definitely again, I would want with one of those comicals, just a clear body for sure. Whatever I get, just want a clear body so I can put my own spin on it. Sorry, that was a plan. It was intended. But yeah, they just look like they're just so much fun. And again, there are a lot of tracks out here where they just come together on Saturdays or Sundays, and they run them all out. Yeah, they'll bring them all out. And that's when I want to get out there next time. So get some video of that.
I've seen a lot of them do the somersaults and actually land on all their wheels again. His wasn't doing that, but I've seen many of them do that.
Yeah. They're pretty tough. They look tough. They look durable. That's a good thing. They look really durable.
And they come with oil-filled dampers stock.
Yeah. And again, I like to go back to that RTR. We talked a little bit about what RTR meant. I've been seeing a couple videos going around the net recently. These RTRs, they're not putting oil in some of
In there.
those shocks, or even in the diffs.
That is not surprising in any way.
Or enough grease, or even enough grease.
Yeah.
You tear down an RTR down to the chassis and rebuild it every time you get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Take everything apart.
That's why I prefer to build mine.
Yeah.
Cheaper though, you get the RTR and it comes with electronics. If you don't have a pile of electronics, the kits are great, but yeah, if you don't have the electronics, they're not great. So you get an RTR, rip it apart, put it back together properly.
Hey, Lyle,
And then you made a kit.
At least some of the
put it together.
least with the kit, at least some of the electronics for kits are cheap depending on what you want to run in it.
Yeah, that's true. But again, I think a lot of people, they have these, maybe their expectations are too high when it comes to RTR. I know recently a very popular racer, I think his name's Ryan Harris. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Yeah, he put out a video and oh my God, I guess they jumped on him. Yeah. He tried to track one of them.
Break the front end of that one?
Yeah, I mean, apparently just a light touch. He hit a pole and thing fell apart. And so
I didn't watch the video, but I did see the thumbnail of it, and I was like, "Ooh, that ain't good."
Yeah.
You want to know something? You're talking about Ryan Harris. Now, Ryan Harris, believe it or not, he started racing with Tamiyas. Those were his first cars he raced.
Okay.
He even has a video a couple of years ago that he talked about his whole collection of cars, and he showed those cars.
All right.
You should go back and see in his file or on his channel and see how far back, and then you can tell you how he started. And he'll show those cars, and he showed the paint jobs he put on them.
Yeah, I think I started watching Ryan Harris when he went over to TLR. I know he's switched teams a couple times there, but the guy makes great videos. I like the way he approaches the whole industry.
Very informative.
Yes, he is.
You know what's also God, I was gonna.
Well, while you're thinking of what you're saying, Magnified brought up a well, it's already been out, but they've come out with a new color for the 64 here.
Purple.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Purple candy and chrome.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really pushing that car. Now they got what, 5 bodies?
Yeah, they're drifting them as well. Someone sent out a video to me not too long ago with these cars drifting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see Tank's video with his hot rod? He was drifting all over the place, man.
Trying to get it to pull up here.
Ooh, that color.
Which one? The purple one?
Yeah.
I like all of them. The green one is hot too.
Yeah, I like
they had a red one. They had a red one.
Yeah, I just figured I'd pop that up so you guys can so there's the green one. I was trying to see if I can select different colors that they have there and see if I can get it to pop up, but
Red Cat's been very busy. Oh,
yes, they have.
Have you seen the new Arma TLR?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. You can race that, and I bet you it's also a basher at the same time. They had to allow it to be a basher at the same time, besides racing it.
Yeah, actually, I sold my Arma Typhon to Tony, who you met maybe a month or so ago. And I saw him the other day, and I said, "I hope you don't have buyer's remorse."
Because they have a TLR version.
Now they have a TLR version.
That's what you're going to get. You're going to get the TLR version eventually.
No comment. No comment. No comment. I cannot confirm or deny whether or not I'm going to get that TLR Typhon.
They say it looks like it handles really well.
Magnified, you'd get it, embrace the suspension, and make it swim. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, A-Main just put their pre-orders on their website. So now if you want to get that TLR Typhon, you can pre-order now.
It was kind of an obvious choice to do.
I just happened to see that.
That it was an obvious choice to do that because everybody thought that would be decent for racing, and now they have a racing version of it. But I also think it's still going to be a basher at the same time.
Well, if you've seen Tony from CCXRC, he got one at Horizon Fest, and
yes, he
threw
did.
it just threw a random system into it that he had floating around with him, and they were, I guess his one friend was driving it on the racetrack, and
it was doing well.
I guess it won their racing, and then Tony was jumping it around in the basher park. So
yeah, I wonder how many they gave away.
Double duty.
JTRC had one as well. Yeah,
double duty, man.
I don't know if he got it or if he bought it.
He might have been given to test it.
Who knows?
But I think it's cool that they made a double duty vehicle.
Yeah. Again, the question will be is like, okay, if you do one thing in particular, then you do that one thing very well.
Right.
But it's like trying to do, two different things. It's like, and do neither of them well. That's what people probably worry about.
I have a feeling that car will be popular if it makes it to Japan.
Brad, you said duty.
Double duty. Duty.
You said duty.
Yeah, I'd have to pay duties on it too.
I'm almost surprised that with the way everything's going with the electronics and this, that, and the other, and with the state of what's going on, that more vehicles aren't going to come out with crossovers like that.
You have good points.
It's just what I'm thinking. I might be
and they started it
out in center field here with it, but
and they started it. And then what's funny is that now Traxxas are going to want to follow suit, make one that you can race too.
Like I said,
it used to be into racing.
Raced and drift, you mean?
I'm just saying in general.
It's easy for Horizon to do that, right?
With everything under the Horizon umbrella, mainly, mostly. You could have a TRL and a Losi type thing.
You could have a Losi with an Arma. But I could see that Traxxas will want to make one that does the same thing for racing, because they used to race their cars back in the day. Traxxas used to race their cars. They don't do that anymore. They make them for bashing. But since if this becomes popular, Armas are big. What?
Ever hear of the UDR?
What is it? Racing and bashing, or racing and drifting, or what are they?
Both racing and bashing.
Okay, I wasn't here. I had to go get a
racing and bashing. So. And I have a feeling that they're going to want to make their own 8th scale vehicle to compete with it, because they're one of their biggest competitors, Arma.
That would make sense. I mean, it's only logical.
It would be a new body and chassis, which people are wanting them to do. I bet you
has a customer base, so
yeah,
they sure do.
They got the customer base, so they'll pick it up.
I could see them making their own like that, and then testing its might against the cars in 8th scale buggy racing.
Yeah. Again, yeah. Sorry, no, my friend Tony's not here. The first thing that's gonna probably come out of his mouth is, well, people are gonna look at the weight. How heavy is that car, and how much weight can they reduce to get more speed out of it, and yet still have good traction?
Well, they have different tires on it. It has a different total tire set.
Yeah,
I think it's lighter than the original. So definitely got a different body. I do think it's lighter than the original.
Well, let's find out.
That was my next question. How much does it weigh?
Yeah, like I said, I just figured it might as well pull it up. Their weight, 6.5 pounds.
It sounds right for an 8th scale buggy. I could see them weighing that run that amount.
Well, heck, that's even lighter than a 2-wheel drive Slash.
And if you think about it, this is Don't forget, this is 4-wheel drive, not a 2-wheel drive buggy.
Yeah, I
And
know.
they
I'm
raise
just,
at a-
saying, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, the
Mm.
4-wheel drive buggies are definitely always going to be heavier. They use totally different new aluminum parts on it.
Mm.
The shocks are different. The springs are different. And they call that the pink and purple one. That's the only one that's coming in. But you could see the differences in it, can't you, Spin Rush?
Yeah. I mean, definitely.
I like those
yeah.
tires. I like those tires.
I mean, coming from, that I had a Typhoon, so I can see like, yeah, the heritage is there, being tough. Yeah, but definitely Low C is, their hands have been all over this car. Yeah.
No. So that's at 6.5 pounds. Let's see what the actual Typhoon. Like I said, you also got to think that 6.5 is probably also without the electronics in it. So
Okay. So the
Because
original
it's a roll.
Typhoon is how
Look at
much? The weight?
I'm looking it up right now.
Anyways, you get to choose what electronics you want, and sometimes you could find electronics that are lighter that you want.
Definitely.
But I'm just saying in general, you gotta also think that a bunch of that is stuff that isn't in there. So
Yeah, but don't forget,
Yeah.
it's 775 aluminum, so that's one of the tougher types of aluminum.
well, yeah.
Okay. Also,
here's-
while we
here's-
look
here's-
at this Typhoon here, definitely want to look at the price as well, with the price difference.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a $420, the TLR.
It's $420 for the.
Yep, it's lighter.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that's without the electronics, most likely.
Yeah.
But you can find electronics that are going to weigh less than a pound for it.
But I'm just saying in general, you're talking the weight.
I mean, I think I have a feeling that the 8-scale buggies are way around the same amount of weight. I think they weigh the same. And who knows? They might have. They'll probably have some carbon fiber versions parts for it too. So that's definitely going to make it lighter.
coming.
They're going to have all the racers will have carbon fiber as an option, and that will definitely lighten the car up some more.
Carbon fiber, then come the titanium screws.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I have a feel. I want to see that thing. I want to hear about it racing. If it's won its races, I mean, big ones.
I guess it did at Horizon Fest.
Yeah, but will it race on the professional basis, like going after Ryan Harrison?
I'm just saying in general, they brought a couple of them out and people picked them up there, and so
you watch.
Brad's-
Ryan Harris races TLR, right? He is a Team Losi guy, right? Or is he an associated guy?
I think he's kind of. I mean, he's always been, I always see him with his TLR shirt and his TLR cars, but I still think he's kind of freelance now, a little bit.
Okay,
we'll
so
see.
I can see
that's
him.
unofficial. Don't quote me on that, please. I'm not sure.
I bet you he gets one to see how it does.
Oh, people are going to pick him up.
Definitely.
I
I think he will
expect
too.
that.
He will too. He will too. He'll probably try to race it professionally.
they'll be all over.
Yeah.
The professional racers are going to look into it. You just watch. They're going to.
If it wins races, it'll fly off the shelves. That's for sure.
The old typical racing thing: win on Sunday, sell on Monday.
Yeah, that's a very old saying.
Bingo.
Like I said, it's just the way it is,
Well, when you watch Ryan Harris, you're going to say, "Oh, I've got myself a TLR Arma." That's what he's going to say. They're probably going to give it to him. Actually, he races for them. They sponsor him.
Like I said, yeah, but it's who knows, if he races that, the whole thing that it's Arma, who knows? It might be a little bit of conflict of interest with that, but who knows?
But
Good
it's
point.
a combination of the two. Try something new.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying in general.
Are
So
you going
now
to get
I-
one? I was wondering, John's going to get one eventually.
Get what? A buggy?
That TLR one. TLR Arma.
I got to fix the things I have, brother, broken right now.
I heard that, man.
Heck, I was going to go out with something and realized, oh, geez,
It's broken.
I never worked on this or did anything for Maxial Fest, and now my crawler bearings are all locked up, and all my SMT bearings are all locked up. It's like, I guess I got to go
For a tear down.
bearing job in both of them.
Tear down.
You know, Brad, what seems to be the popular theme these
in the
days
hell?
is the what ifs. I know Disney Plus has that whole story going with what
Yeah,
if.
with the,
And so-
yeah.
And so I kind of want to do that maybe with RC. Like, for example, what if Tamiya and Kyosho
They made a car
or
together.
Yokomo decided to put together a buggy of some sort? Who knows?
And then it'd be
Yeah.
X-ray and Serpent and all that type of stuff.
Talent is talent. Put the right people in a room together. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, this is great for cleaning out the ball bearings, letting them sit in this stuff.
That WD.
It's made. It's a WD owns them, but it's the 3-in-1. It'll clean out your bearings too.
Mm.
Or you just put them into the WD and you let them sit for a while, and you put brand new ones in, and then you break it loose. And if you need a bearing, then you throw one in.
Well, that's
But
what I did with my Arma
as
once.
As I always say all day long at work, people are like, if I would have done this, this would have happened. And I always tell them, ifs were fists, we'd all be drunks.
You know what? Hey, I when I tore down my my Arma, I took all the ball bearings and let them soak in it for months, and it actually, some of them came back pretty much almost 100%. So I know I can get a little more life out of those bearings before actually having to replace them.
Mm.
And that's what's important.
So how's Brad doing? Is he just talking about Tamiya, or
No.
what is he doing?
Oh no, I'm throwing in all kinds of other things.
I'm just checking in, making sure everything is fine,
Yeah, we just talked about the new purple red cat, and we've been talking about
TLR Arma.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
And
Yeah.
painting bodies. How to paint bodies.
Just all Tamiya tank.
Okay.
well, we let him go off on his tangent, and then I throw a curveball in there.
Yeah.
Sounds good. As long as somebody's in there to keep him in a straight line, that's all good.
Yeah, we haven't given him the mama said yet, but we're working.
So who's all in the chat? Who's all in the?
We got.
And I got my new motor in.
Castles in there, Masters in there, Magnified's in there, Kevin Gibbs.
Hey Kevin, I saw your obituary thing you wrote for Steve-O.
Oh.
We're also been talking about that too, Frank.
Magnified RC says Tamiya went bankrupt back in 2017. Is that true?
I didn't hear about that.
Well, we're gonna find out if that's true or not right now. I'm pretty sure it's true. It's just,
You know those
I didn't hear
Australians
about
there,
it.
they come up with some crazy idea.
Yeah. Now, here's a dumb question. Since even though it's going to be a little bit more costly to do it, I got to do a bearing replace. What's the take on ceramic bearings in a crawler?
I assume it would help with its efficiency.
I think it's a waste of money. Yes,
Well, yeah,
they spin a little faster for speed and things like that. For a racer, I would see it's better. They last longer.
I was thinking more along the lines of, hey, I can get this thing wet and not have to worry about it seizing up.
Yeah, it would. You're still the outer bearing and the inner bearing is still metal. You're still going to get some rust. You probably won't get as much rust, but to me, it's if you have a lot of grease around your bearing and especially on the outer bearings to stop the water from coming in, and if you have a lot of grease and a lot of marine grease around your bearings, you should not have any issues of rust for you, even if you go in the water.
Yeah, so I was just a dumb idea. Like I said, I didn't say it was
because
economical.
There's a big cost difference. There's it's huge.
Yeah, Tamiya's is the fluorine ball bearings, which I think are the ceramic type.
Interesting. Can I share something with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I don't want to share screen. I'm just reading this story here, just kind of following up on what he said about the Tamiya's bankruptcy. This is Chairman President Shinsaku Tamiya pictured here. And again, it looks like, again, he quotes right here. He said, in January 2018, a Japanese modeling company which exported plastic models through Habiko, Hasegawa, was hurt by the bankruptcy filing of Habiko, which operated on an American level, Revel. Okay, so there may have been a disconnect between what was happening in America, that bankruptcy filed there, versus Japan's operations.
Yeah, I remember Revel going bankruptcy a while back.
That's the man right there, right?
Yeah,
that's the man right there.
And that's the blockhead version of the wild one.
But what I'm highlighting right here that you can see on your screen really hits home with me. It says, Chairman Tamiya Shinsaku says, game and YouTube are the biggest competitors in the industry. Children spend more time on games and YouTube than on toys and models. Mm-hmm. And again, that resonates with me, because at my school, having a drone and RC club, I'm really trying to get these kids, say, hey, you can do a lot more than just instead of sitting in front of your computer. You can be building things, making things, expressing your creativity, and most importantly, out there enjoying life under the sun, than just sitting in front of your computer.
You know what? I would like to see the increase against games and our hobby comparably. I think the hobby had a resurgence during COVID, so I have a feeling it may have possibly outdid the games.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt that too.
You got a bunch of kids sitting around and a bunch of people sitting around.
They're going to play games.
They were already playing games. You just give them more time to do it.
Yep.
Now there's professional gaming too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know you snuck in here.
Shit, right? Green Frog.
In,
I didn't know you snuck in here.
Green Frog.
Keegan. And why are you in the dark, Lyle?
I'm outside.
Oh.
He's in twice. He's inside and outside.
Yeah, I have an idea for that in a moment.
But I bet you the percentage comparably, there was a difference between the two. I think there was more of a catch up with the hobby.
Welcome in, Brandon Timlin. I just seen you pop in there.
So you do agree, Keegan, it probably had a percentage difference that increased for the hobby comparable to the games.
More than likely.
Yeah.
But
because people are saying, God, I'm gonna be stuck at home. I want to get out. So they go get the cars and get the hell out.
Yeah, if anything, I would say that doing RC really just saved my mental health during this pandemic. Being at home and just working on projects and kits and wrenching, I mean, that just saved me mentally, because I think most people would go crazy with nothing to do in the house.
Yeah. So
I get a t-shirt that said RC saved my life, literally. My mental health.
Yeah, and you could pass that on to Javier, because that could be a good thing for him too, for what he does.
Spin Rush. Did you paint them paintings in the back?
Oh, well, you're looking at the background. No, I did not
Yeah.
paint these. These are from New Zealand. I picked these up. There. I like painting art and stuff.
I
like
think
that.
a lot of New Zealanders
that's
have
cool.
a big
I like them.
presence in Japan, aren't they?
Sorry, I missed that.
I think New Zealanders have a big presence in Japan.
How did you not?
Oh
hear
yeah,
Brad?
definitely. I really like the New Zealand culture group, and the embassy is really active here with like festivals and
Kiwis.
events. They get out the Kiwis, yeah, definitely. I got a lot of friends from Gisborne, Rotorua, so and then Auckland as well.
Yeah, you might bump into the Kiwis one day. You watch.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're already in my life. They're already in my life. They're very much part of it. Kia ora to all my Kiwi friends out there. Kia ora, good to see you again.
They get insulted being called Australians because they kind of sound like them, but there is a slight difference in their accents. Slight. You just got to pay attention real hard. I remember saying that to a guy at the airport. No, I'm a Kiwi. He goes, no, I'm from New Zealand. Oh, so you're a Kiwi.
Did you get punched?
No.
Calling somebody a fruit.
No. I mean, he didn't get mad at me, but I think there was slight dismay.
Green Frog, how are you doing there? You got nice, you look really comfortable. Look like you're in your space right now.
Oh yeah, my hobby area.
That guy, we just seen his hobby the other stuff. He's got
That's
his
what
own
she
hobby
said.
shop, man.
Yeah,
Green Frog's his own hobby shop.
yeah. He also his second hobby is also playing games, but he's been doing more with his hands lately and building things and
Green
painting
Frog, where do
things
you
more.
Call of Duty, Need for Speed.
You got to play
duty.
Forza. Can you get Forza?
Need for Speed 3?
Yeah.
Forza. I love Forza, and I also like Project Gotham when it was out.
Do you play Warzone?
Yep.
I also
must
like some of the
become
martial arts. I also like some of the martial arts games.
No doubt.
I'm Lyle2469.
Green
He's
Frog,
writing
you
that
just
down.
said duty.
You just put a mark on your back. Okay.
There he is.
I just got a teammate.
Have you been working on another car? Keegan, have you started building another car or started wrenching on another car?
No, not lately. Last few weeks, been taking it easy.
We didn't hear your thoughts on the TLR's Arma.
It's nice. I was watching Tony's when he was showing it off the other day on a live, and he made a good point that maybe people will be using it for speed runs because it's so adjustable.
Oh, yes. They do that.
Yeah.
They do it now with they do it now with the Arma speed runs.
Mhm.
But I see people doing bashing and racing them.
Sure.
I mean, isn't 775 aluminum one of the strongest aluminums they put on us that's made? It's more structurally sound.
It's one of the better grades. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they make planes out of that, don't they? 775 or something like that.
Yeah, it's not a universal thing, I'm sure, but
It's a different different metallurgic properties in it, which make it a stronger aluminum.
Yep.
Sounds like
Hey,
we're
Brad, I
talking
got a
about
question for you.
vibranium.
What?
all right.
Brad, I got a question for you.
Vibranium.
What?
Earlier, did you say that Traxxas doesn't make a crawler?
No, I did not say that.
I thought I heard that. Okay.
No,
I was gonna
I
talk
said
about
they
that
don't
for a
make a
long time.
race vehicle. I said they didn't. They said they don't make a race vehicle. And since Arma is their biggest
What kind
competition,
of race though?
buggy racing.
Yeah, the closest thing they got is the UDR. You're probably right.
I have a feeling they're going to make their own 8-scale race buggy to go against the TLR Arma because they're their biggest competition. I see this as an
They're not the
opportunity.
same class though. Arma makes like kick-ass street vehicles and buggies and shit like that.
But now
that's not Traxxas's game.
Yeah, but now they're racing.
Traxxas
Now
makes
they're not.
bashers, man.
Arma is making it do both. So therefore, Traxxas is going to want to answer that. Traxxas is probably eventually going to want to answer that too with their own. They can do both.
If you took a Arma buggy onto a track with 6 other slash 4x4s, that Arma's guy's gonna start crying because of all the broken parts from bodies hitting him.
We don't know that's true with the new aluminum on it.
I disagree, Brad. I really disagree. The Rustler is a 2-wheel drive buggy, and I've seen some people race with them. They're not the greatest, but they do race. They're pretty good. And
You can,
also, I've raced with 2-wheel drive slash and 4x4 slash in slash competition in races, and they do not bad. So I have raced them. So don't say they don't have racers. They do have racers.
But
I
they
can beat
they
a
haven't made
HPI Forza Flux with my slash.
They
No problem.
they haven't made one that can do racing anymore. They used to race. Traxxas used to race their cars.
Yeah, you can build it. You can convert any RCs into a racer. It all depends what you put in it.
Yeah, but look at they got back into doing the drag racer because everybody else was doing it. So that's why I say that. I just think they're going to do it because they followed suit with their own drag car again. Even though everybody was doing it for a while, but now they have their own.
They
see if they try to break into that bracket.
But they don't have racers that you can tune like a TLR or a low C or whatever. Like, yeah, it's a different class. But it's just like now the TLR the new one that just came out from Arma. It's more geared towards racing and not just bashing. So I think it's a good for them to actually come out with that TLR, which is nice.
Yeah, well, and I said that it does both.
And Brad, it sounds like you're setting up a heavyweight fight here. I'm
expecting it. I'm expecting
to go to a little bit.
RC Master just said, "Hey, Brad, nobody races with Tamiya." I disagree because there's a lot in Japan. There's a lot of races just with Tamiya. Like there's
and Tamiya, and they've had TRF cars that have won races back in the 90s and early 2000s. They did do racing, serious racing, and they did beat the other competition with them. So that's not true. They have raced their cars. They have made race-orientated cars that are completely for racing.
Hold on, I'm going to fix the audio here in a second.
They are.
Yeah, there it is. Time warp. Time warp. I was in there twice. I wanted to see if it was going to.
Okay, there it is. No, I'm going to turn the phone into Molly cam.
Ah, there's Molly looking at you.
Molly's in the show.
Yeah, she's got her own camera now.
Now here's another thing that you guys are talking about with Tamiya's here. All right, just for a bit.
Okay.
Clodbusters, they're racing them every single weekend, doing the monster trucks. Sure, they might be modified and changed a little bit, but they are still technically Clodbusters.
There's some pretty close to RTR races too, aren't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not true. Tamiya has raced and won races in the past decades. They have. They've won the whole season before. They've done it. So it's a misconception that they don't make race cars, because they do.
Yeah. Just taking a look right here, trying to validate being your
that's the mini thing.
That's a little bit mini, but they do have a lot of races.
I don't understand the minis. They don't interest me. I do like the bodies they put on them, which I wish they'd make 1/10 scale versions of them for me to make. That would be cool.
Is that the one?
Yeah, they were supposed to have the Japan cut.
They drive on the walls and everything.
Yeah. They have them in that track. They have some really cool bodies that they've made for them. Some are retro and some are classic cars and stuff like that. I would love to see them do that. All the bodies they do for those and make them in 10 scale. And make cars, kits that you can put together like that are 10 scale.
They just put out some new ones. I think not too long ago, Tamiya just put out a video for them. They're more futuristic looking than they're not really licensed or anything.
No, but they've had some ones that are licensed. They've had all different types of cars from the past. They've even had MG models.
Nice.
I mean, why not make an MG 1/10 scale M chassis?
Just looking through, see if I can find it. Show.
Lyle, was that a drum set back there? I see?
And by the way, I think
No, I do not have a drum set.
Oh, okay.
I do
Must have been the
believe you
chair.
know one of the professional racers for
Oh
Tamiya,
yeah,
and I think
yeah.
you do know him, and he would tell you the same thing. And I bet you he won one of those races back in the day.
Oh, you talking about Masami Hirosaka?
Yes,
Yeah.
he would tell you. He would tell you that they raced and they won.
Yeah, this was supposed to happen September 19th at Tamiya Challenge Cup at my local track and a couple other races here, but most of these have been canceled due to the virus, to the pandemic. I know in the States, like OCRC had their race event the other day, and I think it was another one. Can't remember the name of some turf nationals. They're holding events, but in Japan, they're canceling a lot of these events due to emergency declarations. Yeah, but yeah, well, let me see. Is there any information here? Yeah, this is what they're racing.
I mean, they were racing against associated low season others, and they won. They won one of those. They've won a few of them over the years against those companies.
Yeah. Yep.
You probably look
What
good
is
doing
the
it.
title here?
Yeah, they even have their own colors, by the way.
Mm.
They have their own colors, just like Associated does.
Yep.
That's why that a lot of their TRF parts are blue. That's one of their major colors for their cars. Some of the aluminum shock parts.
Again, they're great looking cars, and I love the color scheme that they go with.
I always prefer, when it comes to my Japanese brands, I always prefer box art over anything else, because I think they knew what they were doing when they did box art. And everybody could do their own thing, but you know what? People say, oh, everybody's doing box art. No, that's not true. Everybody else is doing something different than box art. Sorry, box art is not done as much as you think that it is. It really isn't.
I always, I think I showed you guys this before. Some of you may have not seen it before, but I still got my first axial box of my first crawler, which was a Dingo. If you guys remember the Dingo.
That sounds familiar to me.
I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it.
That's the box art on the bottom of the box.
I think I did see a video
Okay.
a while
it does
back
says
on a
axial
Dingo.
on it. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. It's got roses,
I wonder-
a skull, axial sign in the mouth.
I wonder if it was popular in Australia because they have dingoes. But they hate those dogs for some reason. Some people have them as pets, or they used to.
I'm gonna have that box for a long time.
It's a pretty damn big box.
Was that
Kind of damn near wanted that. I almost got that tattooed, but it was way more money. I'm like, I
Well,
need the same detail. Guy's like $1,000. I'm gonna
Was
pass.
Was it a decent vehicle?
Still got it.
Oh, let's see what it looks like.
Saw one on eBay.
It's that one.
Built not driven for $300 or something.
Oh,
My
that's
6x6.
pretty cool.
That's your dingo?
Yeah, that's what it is now. That's what that truck started out as, my axial 6x6. That's like a custom made thing. That's what it started out as a Dingo in like, I'd have to check the box, but I think it's like 2010 or 2011 I got that.
Was that their first vehicle, or was the other one their first vehicle? There's another one I forgot.
Well, vehicle-wise, Axial's been making race cars for a very long time. I don't know how far it goes back, 80s or 90s or something like that. But they started making crawlers in the late 2000s, I think.
Yeah,
the AX10 was the first one.
Mid-2000s, the mid-2000s. Technically, when we get to 2030, be considered the early 2000s. But you know what I mean. Right now, it's the mid because of where we are in the century.
Well,
oh yeah, okay. I've
the end
seen
of the
some
millennium,
of that.
they'll be saying something
Yep.
different.
That's a classic right there.
And obviously, they've niched themselves to make decent crawlers.
There's the chassis.
That thing's small.
Yeah, so they started out all 3-link. That was upgrade back then. Aluminum 3-link. That was the upgrade back then.
It's funny if you make that one work again. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd take me about a half an hour. I don't feel like doing it. I just got to
should,
put a
and
set
then
of
do a video
axles
of it.
on it. I just got to put a set of axles on it, a set of shocks, and put electronics in it and a transmission. That's
And then
not a
drive
lot
it
of
through
time.
water like you always do. And then drive it through water like you always do.
No, it'll fall over. It's so top heavy. Actually, I still have the original tires. If any of you guys remember the Axial Scorpion, how it started out, I think I still have a set of tires.
You know what I thought was cool is Losi Juniors, those buggies, they had 5-link suspensions in the rear. That was cool.
No, I don't. I was thinking of the wrong tire. I got an old set of Losi comp crawlers.
I thought the Losi Juniors were a neat design for buggies because they had a 5-link rear suspension. That was cool.
You're talking about this little guy right here?
They had a junior truck and a junior buggy.
Okay.
And the Junior 2.
Yeah, I saw the, hold on, Junior 2. Let's take a quick look. Okay.
Excuse me.
They had a 5-link rear suspension on them. I mean, you could get them that way, or you could change it around to something else. But that usually, I think they came with a 5-link rear. Which I'm surprised they haven't tried to transport that into crawlers, make a 5-link.
Looks good. Yeah, I love my Losi. Anything small from Losi. I love my mini Bs. They're just awesome.
Oh, those Junior 2s, I hear they go for decent money. They're a well sought after vehicle. It's one of their first vehicles. And they raced them, and they won with them. Would you think it's possible to make a crawler with a 5-link rear 5-link suspension system?
Absolutely not.
What do you mean, absolutely not?
You can crawl with any suspension. It just depends on how poorly the vehicle's going to do.
Well, it'd be cool to see what a 5-link would do on it.
Where would the 5th link go?
Trust me, they'd find a place.
Well, I figured you were talking about a Panhard.
You could do they could do that. They could have a
4-link with a Panhard.
I'm just guessing though. I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
Well, having a 5-link suspension, meaning you would have 3 suspension points on it, and then you'd have 2 in another part. That's how it would work.
No, they usually got 4 with the one that's just like goes from one corner to the other side.
Yeah. But they could have one going in the center.
But I don't know.
That would be a sway bar.
No, but I mean a center.
Think
Go to the
Panhard.
center of the chassis.
Yeah.
The sway bar would be a 6-link if it was a sway bar.
Yeah. I just took the sway bar off that one.
No, but I could see them doing the 2 corners on the top, and then 1 in the center, and then 2 at the other lower corner. Then you have 5 links.
There, I'm gonna share something else that we got to get out here for everybody.
Who is this Nikki Fleury?
They can.
I'm
gonna post this in the chat too. I know Javier started it, but
yes, he did.
Let's see if
I
we can
watched
get
some of that.
Let's see if we can get a little bit more go into it.
Tony donated $50.
Nice family. I appreciate
I said that'd probably help out real well.
Well, funeral expenses are very expensive.
Yeah.
Even if he's being cremated, it'd still be expensive because they still might have a venue even with his urn.
Well, even that, or just a monument in general.
That too, the monument itself is a lot of money.
So
they could even print his picture on that rock.
Well, they can
which is fascinating. That's fascinating.
Yeah. I just figured I'd throw that out there, not that I'm trying to interrupt and throw other things out there, but
that was far more pertinent.
Yeah.
What's that?
Than the 5-link suspension Brad's proposing.
It was just a thought. No, we've been talking on and off about Steve-O. I miss hearing those jokes about him liking the Jays. I miss those. and seeing him drink Monsters. Constantly downing Monsters. Cans of Monster.
Not a problem, Brandon.
Welcome in, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
I heard it was the Brad Show Part 2, so I figured
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. You told me you possibly you got to see what your day was like. I mean, come on.
Hey,
Yeah,
Tony, welcome in, Tony.
Yes, welcome in, Tony. And we are having a little bit of a somber day because of what happened to our friend earlier this week.
What happened?
Steve O.D. of the 313 passed away.
Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear, guys.
Friend from YouTube, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about missing him and missing some of the things of making some jokes that he started and we issued them to him. And watching him drink a lot of Monster drinks. He always would down Monster drinks. While I was talking to us, he downed lots of them, going through can after can after can. I think he once didn't he go through like 5 one day when we were on?
Jeez.
We don't know how he did it, but he did.
I used to drink those all the time, but I can only get through one, and then I'd be like, oh.
Hey, I drank 2. I once drank when I was younger. I once drank 2 Red Bulls back to back. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
I don't doubt it.
And this is I'm talking decades ago, almost about 2 decades ago.
Oh, that's just rough.
Yeah, in America, your Monster cans are huge compared to the ones that they have here in Japan. Japan's like little
6 ounces
frame. Yeah, but yeah, it looks like a big gulp.
he would. I think he had 24 ounces. He had 24-ounce cans or 20-ounce cans. They were not small cans. We couldn't believe how he was downing those.
Yeah.
People made comments and jokes about it. So, Tony, I didn't see any video on the finished product of the Super Avante.
Oh, this is a Super Avante over there on the table on the bench.
Have you run it yet? Have you run it yet? Oh, you painted it your own little theme.
So this is the Avante, the big one from the comical Avante. This is a big one, 110.
This is
they're both 110.
Yeah.
Interesting paint job. I guess you didn't like the blue and yellow like a WD. You didn't like the
So I painted it like my normal paint job, and I think the car actually looks way better with a better paint job.
It looks really good, man.
He didn't like the WD-40 look.
Fenders turn tires.
I'm sorry?
Fenders turn with the tires. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, it comes with the fenders.
Do they turn with the tires?
No, it comes with the spiky tires, but these are, I'm going to go run it at the local
He
track.
wanted to know if the fenders up front turned with the wheels.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See? Yeah, they do.
That's nice.
Yeah, cool.
How long did it take you to do that paint job?
No way, I don't paint these.
Oh, you didn't paint them. Oh, I thought you painted them.
I have a hard time doing a single white paint job, so I have a guy who actually paints my cars for me.
Brad takes after you then.
Yeah.
You'll have it running on track yet, have you?
No, I'm supposed to go this weekend. So I've got the wheels from the
VQS.
US, yeah, and then it's a good set of Proline tires that we run at the normal track. So
I thought the tires that came with it were going to be decent the way I saw it running.
Well, I mean, it all depends on what size motor you put in it.
Did you put a brushless in it?
Yeah, it's got a 17.5 in it for a shakedown run, but I have a 13.5. All the four-wheel drive, 10 scale four-wheel drive cars here run 13.5. So I've got a 17.5 in it now just for a shakedown run, and then I have a 13.5 I'll put in it at the track if I want to go faster.
Hey, Tony, I don't know if you know this. I've seen some videos where people take the Terra Scorcher, the new one, and some other of the four-wheel drive buggies, and they say stock, it can take a 4,000 kV.
Oh yeah, this will probably easily do it. I mean, the gears are pretty stout in there, so it should be able to take a 13.5 easily.
Is that like a 4,000 kV at 13.5?
I think it's close, yeah.
I would like to see someone run a 5,600 or a 7,700 in it, see what it does.
We've been talking about Fred at Tamiya wants to put like a 9 or 8 turn in his.
Well,
I think that might be a little too much, but maybe not. We'll see.
Hey,
it's got a lot of gears in there, and they're all kind of like, yeah, it's just got a lot of gears in it, so I'm not sure how well it's going to handle that much power.
Don't forget the stock gearing in the Sand Scorcher and the SRB chassis, they can take a 9.5 turn. I've seen them run on them. I've seen them run
gears. These are kind of small.
Yeah, well, they're probably 48 pitch or something like that. But
yeah,
but those stock on the SRBs will do a 9.5 without a problem. I have a feeling they're fiberglass reinforced gears.
Well, one of the gears, the smallest gear in the transmission, the rear transmission, there's actually a metal upgrade. It comes off of something else we just found out yesterday that comes off of a different car. You probably need to replace that if you're going to put a really hot motor in it, because the gear itself, the overall diameter of the gear is really small. The teeth all match up with everything else. It's just the gear is really small. That really hot motor might heat the gear up, and those teeth might fail. I mean, if they have a metal replacement for it, I'm assuming that there's a reason for the metal replacement.
So what? Where's it? An idler gear?
Yeah, there's an output shaft gear that has the shaft in it, and then there's a gear that runs this way that runs to the spur gear, and then it has another gear in the center that runs the diff that runs out to the. It's like a whole mumbo jumbo gears back there.
Well, if you think about it, the new gears are made out of fiberglass reinforced plastic, so therefore that adds to the strength of the plastic. Yeah, if they're just worried about that idler gear, so they obviously think most of the stock gearing will be able to take hot motors, very hot motor. I assume
we'll find out.
We'll find out. and then you'll upgrade to the metal one. But if it's only one idler gear that you can get, what cars it come off of?
I don't remember what we found. It might have been something like. I don't remember. Fred just said, "Hey, this gear looks the same," and so he looked it up, and we found out that it was the same pitch and the same exact same size. Guys.
All right. So I can't wait to see it run. I wanted to see the finished product while you were making it. I didn't get to see that yet.
While I was making the whole car?
I didn't see the finished making of the whole car.
Oh, I haven't uploaded the last. There's 2 more videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you got a guy who's specially doing it for you that did the paint job.
Yeah, he does all my paint jobs. Kind of the same.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, so that's kind of the paint job I've had for like 15 years. So
it's your banner. It's what you would call it.
Livery.
All my race cars.
Livery. Your livery.
Yeah.
Even though Tamiya has one that's pink, blue, and purple or something like that they use, and maybe even some yellow for the TRF racers.
Yeah, that's one of the TRF guys.
I have a feeling that's going to be one of the best handling Tamiyas that they ever made.
I think so. It's got good suspension travel. I mean, the drivetrain is free. When I took the motor out and spun it, the drivetrain's pretty free. It's got a lot of tuning on it. It's missing a lot of tuning that is probably going to be really needed for competitive 4-wheel drive off-road. But overall, I think it's going to be good.
The ball diffs should be able to take hotter motors since they got metal parts in them.
Well, it's just got metal. I mean, the gear's plastic, but all the other stuff is.
The little balls. Little balls are all metal.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Hey, maybe those pieces they may make them a titanium eventually as an option.
Well, the only thing about the ball disc that I don't really care for is the fact that ball discs require more maintenance, more tuning. You got to fiddle with them to get them to work right.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get those working right, you have a very ill handling car, which is a concern for me as far as people who are getting this car that aren't going to buy the $1,000 Techno or whatever four-wheel drive cars. They want to get this. The ball diffs are a little more advanced, and I think the gear diffs are much easier to just put together, put it in the car, and they're going to work. I think we found that the MO6 or MO7 ball diffs fit. They're a direct replacement. So we're looking into getting some of those and seeing how they work. I'm probably switching to those just because you just kind of put them together, put them in, and they're going to work. There's no tuning and loosening and all this other kind of stuff.
What's nice about the ball diff is that it's already limited slip.
Sure.
That's what they do. It's limited slip.
But if you don't have it set right, it's just.
Hey, I had the only time I think I had a ball diff was on my FF01. And all the FF chassis since then all have ball diffs. Those front wheel drives all have ball diffs on that, the FFs. Well, who knows? Maybe the FF front wheel drives might have a direct replacement in there too. They might be fit too. They could possibly fit.
I think they're too big.
You think they're too big? I thought they're the same pitch.
The size of the gear is too big.
I remember. I know I had to keep fiddling with it occasionally, but you know what? It almost acts like a slipper clutch.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's like a limited slip. That is their idea of a limited slip differential, even though they have in the past. And I know that they have a slipper clutch system for that car. They do. So you could have a ball diff and a limited and I know they said that you could have a slipper clutch and the ball diffs working together, which would even give it even better usage of power to the wheels.
Sure.
So you might want to check to see about the. I know that they're making it. Seeing when that comes out, the slipper clutch for it.
It's 3 hours.
That's the ball diff.
Yeah.
And I swear they're making a slipper clutch to go with it too.
Yeah, we already saw that there's
I need some hop ups for my CCO2. I can't find any hop ups for the CCO2. You gotta stock them in.
Oh, I know that they make lots of aftermarket companies and Tamiya make aftermarket parts for that car. Hop up parts for the CCO one. They do. There's a slipper clutch.
Yeah, just trying to look through kind of some of the things that you guys are mentioning so people watching can see.
Yeah, it's a good idea, man.
Like visually, see what they're looking for.
Yeah, Tamiya is slowly changing over their screws because that one has all hex drives now.
It's a higher end vehicle.
Yeah.
They got some teeny tiny parts there.
Oh, those balls are very small. That's what she said, but they're very small.
Yeah. But they're steel.
But you know what? What you do is you get a bunch of grease. You get a bunch of grease and you put them all on there and they stick to it. That's what she said too. But still, it sticks to them so you can keep them on the shaft that you need. And that's what she said. So that's how you do that. I mean, you got to be careful you don't lose any of them. But once you get acquainted to how to keep them on where they need to be put, they're fine. But they are tiny.
Yeah.
I don't think they're more. I don't even think they're a full millimeter a piece. The smallest ones, I don't think they're a millimeter.
Do you have?
All I gotta say is, with me doing oval racing, there's a bunch of guys that all have the low season and the street stocks, and they all got the ball diffs, and it seems like every single week, that's what the weak point is in their car. Me personally, yeah, they're always having issues with them.
And that's why they're probably making a slipper clutch.
I'm not particularly talking about any brand in particular, but that's one thing that
It's
I
just
feel
a weak spot in all of them,
Oh,
right?
yeah, oh yeah. You know, I've noticed a lot of it.
But you know what? With a ball dip and a slipper clutch, that could probably make it far more reliable.
Well, it's not, I don't think it's. Yeah,
I'm just saying in general.
Reliability, it's the tuning. If you don't have it, if it's too loose, it just slips and heats up and loosens more. If it's too tight, you get wheel spins. So there's like that really fine, especially with a four-wheel drive car with two ball dips, you have to really pay attention to how they're set up for optimum performance. And that's why I'm kind of like, I think that's maybe a little too advanced for somebody buying this car. That's why I think a gear diff is going to be, if you fill it full of grease, you close it up, you seal it, you put it in, it's going to be consistent every single time.
Do they go out? Do they go out all the time? You have to tune them all the time, or once you get them set, are they all right?
No, it's just a fine-tune adjustment to get them initially set up.
But with a slipper clutch, it'll definitely make them more reliable. Because it holds them in place better.
Well, no, I think a slipper clutch is going to exaggerate it because you're no longer relying on the diffs to do the work. You're relying on a little bit of slip from the slipper, which then masks any problem with the diffs because you don't get that power to the diffs. Your power's being pulled away by the slipper.
But if they're making a slipper clutch for it, then there's got to be a reason why they're doing it. They probably say it's actually going to enhance the diffs.
Well, I mean, a slipper clutch is probably for just a hotter motor, but it's not going to change the way that the diffs work.
It's more of a tuning problem.
Yeah,
that's
the only thing with the differential ball diffs is that once you get them set up right, they're awesome. It's getting to that point that could be a little difficult for beginning people.
Yeah, so I see people blowing them constantly. You know, it's whether it's too tight and they're heating them up too much, or too loose and they're spinning the balls right out of them.
Yeah. We scared Brad off.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Losi Mini Bs that I picked up the ball diff, but I never actually installed it. Mostly, but that's because I was running these cars on carpet. I mean, if I was going to run a car out on the dirt, just out in the open, then I'd probably want to go ahead and put that in there. But again, listening to you guys talk about your experiences or what you've seen with these ball diffs, it's like, maybe I'll mess with it, or maybe I'll just stick to my spider gears.
A single ball diff and like a two-wheel drive is pretty easy to set up. It's the four-wheel drive that you probably want the front a little bit different from the rear, and that's, there's a lot of variables there when you're trying to set that up initially. I run ball diffs on my two-wheel drive off-road cars successfully. It's just once you build it, you kind of do the quick break-in method, and then run them, and you can adjust them pretty quickly on the fly and get them where you need them.
All right.
Yeah. Just make sure you break it in first.
Yeah, I would say there's your problem. Your initial.
Yeah,
it's first day or so. That's where a lot of people smoke them.
Yeah,
it's right there in the initial. Either they're too loose or too tight, and oh geez, I'm out $30-$40 for a diff again.
You don't want to throw away money like that.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying in general. I've seen it, and it's like, now I think I'm going to stay right away from that.
By the way, you're making me really hungry with that bacon.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to say something about it for a little while now.
have the munchies as well.
Honey, can we get a BLT sandwich going on here?
Everything is a lot better with bacon. Even RC talk is better with bacon, right?
If I could build a ball dip with bacon, I would.
Maybe
No,
bacon grease.
You just got to use the grease in it.
Yeah, I do appreciate it. I haven't had crispy bacon in a long time. Here they like everything kind of soft, so.
Well, either that, or if you don't need it for the dip, you can always put it in your shocks, right?
Definitely have some animals chasing you. What's that smell? Is it bacon? Is it bacon? No, it's just my shock oil.
I just figured with events of the week, then we need to have bacon up here.
Your car smells good.
Is that maple?
Imagine trailing with your trail truck and a bunch of bears are coming after you.
Coming after you.
Oh.
Wouldn't be very kosher.
Boom, chink. Rim shot.
Where did Brad go?
Yeah, he ran off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta talk to Brad when he comes back. We gotta get him on the beard. Got a little salt and pepper on him.
He's gotta grow up to get a beard. He's gotta go a little older.
Oh man.
Wrong with the salt and pepper, man.
I'm getting
Salt and pepper? That's all I got. I got salt and pepper.
I used to have some pepper, but I don't
Got
know
the
why.
pepper stash.
You're all sodium, man.
Yeah. Well, my eyebrows.
Hey, Sang, welcome in.
Right.
Oh,
How you doing, Sang?
good, you guys?
Evening.
You saying?
I thought
Chase.
late or never.
Chase Brad off.
Sing.
Oh, where's Brad?
He took off. We're talking about small metal balls, and he just took off.
He took off for good.
Not fun.
No. A lot of bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sing, how's everything going in your neck of the
That is
woods?
not a lot
How's
of
Pretty
bacon.
good, pretty
That is
good.
an average
Pretty good.
bacon.
All right. Now, saying I think I've been on the show with you a few times now, but I don't remember. Like, are you into the crawlers or the trailers, or what are you doing with RC?
Not much crawler. I'm more of a builder. I like building and restoring. A lot of more
All right.
vintage. Got a lot of new Tamiya kits. Some of the vintage, some reissued, a little mixture of everything. I'm more of a like builder, shelf queen, running them.
Feel like rebuilding a dingo?
A Nico? Yeah.
Dingo.
A dingo.
Oh, Dingo. Yeah, I got an axial SCX10 Dingo. Yeah.
Mine's
Anyways.
slightly modified and needs a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Like 3 sets of gears and 36 bearings.
Yeah. I used to be racing a lot up to about 5 or 6 years ago.
Get any good deals lately, saying?
No, I haven't really. No, I've been pretty quiet this past few weeks. Yeah, no, I used to race as a kid back in the late 80s. I was like 11 years old or 12, racing off-road. I used to be good as a kid. And as I get older, not as competitive.
Yeah, timing gets off a little too.
Yeah, all these kids, like 20 and 30-year-olds and stuff, they all beat me now. So that's why I'm just sticking, not race, just building them something I could do well. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of kids, I was out at the track about a week ago, and there's this girl there. She's about 19 years old, man. I think she races for Yokomo. She's sponsored by Yokomo, man. And she was just out there ripping up the track, just disrespectfully ripping up the track. She was just so fast.
Yokomo's pretty well known in the
Yeah.
80s and 90s. Yeah.
And I'm hoping that she goes, if Mar gets back, to doing international competition. She's really good.
Nice.
What else is going on? Yokomo just came out with their RTR buggy, and I actually saw it last week, and I'm speaking with the manager there at the track. I'm probably going to put out a video on that. Hopefully next Monday I'll be able to like shake it down and do an unboxing video of that. But
Shake it down.
Yeah. I mean, it's sitting there up there on the shelf. It's sitting up there at a price point of about $900 for this Yokomo RTR.
900 US dollars.
Yeah, so 89,000 yen. So kind of going
Holy
back to
crap.
dollars is yeah. But I mean, this is everything. And who else? So I think what they're doing is they're rivaling Associated. Associated has an RTR buggy that came out maybe a couple months ago or so.
Here he's coming
And
back.
so, yeah, and so Yokomo has their carpet edition RTR that they have, and I really want to do a piece on that. So hopefully I'll get a chance to talk with them this week.
As well as a comical Avante.
Yeah.
He likes it a lot, Tony.
Yes.
I like to get I like the comical hot shot. I don't know if I want to get it. I like four-wheel drive.
Oh, hi, Sang. I thought you came in.
Yeah, I came in. I said,
Did you? Hey, Tony, show him your version of the Super Avante.
no, it's okay.
Please.
Well, that's not. Oh, the new one. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a pretty interesting paint job. Like looks like a racing kind of.
It's
theme.
his livery. It's his
That's
livery.
my paint job I put on all my race cars.
Okay. You did that paint job?
No,
Oh,
someone
hell.
did.
Okay, I was gonna say it looks amazing.
Now I got a guy who does professionally paint. He's actually works at Team Associated. He does a lot of their box art stuff.
Yeah.
So I hit him
Ooh,
up
that's
to do
good.
my paint jobs for my cars and stuff. So
So you,
That
you
means
you decided not to go for WD-40 color.
no.
Yeah, well, your friend could have easily done that, I'm sure.
That looks nice.
Yeah, when I handed him the body, he's like, "You want me to paint it this blue?" And I said, "No."
I would have asked your friend to do that if I knew him like you do. I would
Yeah.
ask him to do box art for all mine.
No.
Is that out yet? That Avante?
It will be out next month. Is it out today? Is it out this month or next month?
November 5th, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Remember, don't forget he works for them.
I
Sang.
know. Speaking of Avante, I've been trying to order the Tamiya Egress. It's been like 3-4 months. I can't even get my hands on one.
It could be that we're just back ordered on stuff. We're still having a hard time getting a lot of stuff shipped here. It could just be that that's what the deal is at the moment.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been 3 or 4 months. That's been a while. Hopefully soon.
Let's take a peek at
Hey,
that.
Sean.
Hey,
Yeah,
Sean.
Is Sean in?
This is a little bit.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah, that's nice.
Look at the white wheels. The white tires. That's interesting.
You talking about this one right here?
Yeah, with the white tires.
No,
But that's just dust, probably.
No, that's actually a white tire.
no, that's very intentional, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was like,
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah, but
good
you know what,
on
you
those
order-
rims.
yeah, I like this
Believe it or-
buggy because it's kind of like the Avanti on steroids.
Oh,
You-
look at this
but-
cute little guy.
Yeah, those are the
Juniors.
juniors. But look at all the bodies they don't make in 10 scale that would look great in 10 scale.
That one's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's got different rear rims compared to the front ones.
And that's super aggressive.
But
For
geez,
to me, that's very aggressive. This look right here.
I think it's very good looking. I think the body's practically box art.
I don't know. I just find to me it's like a work of art. Like
Yes.
it's like a painting or.
I could do the boxes.
Yeah, it's just the design. I like it.
So did Thursday night turn into Tamiya Tuesday as well? Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
No, we were talking about all sorts of things. We've been talking about all sorts of things, man.
I turned into Tamiya Tuesday is ridiculous, not chat. It's like I hadn't heard the T word over there.
Hey, Sean, we've been talking about other things. Also, we're talking about the TLR Arma and all that type of stuff.
You wouldn't know what an Arma was if it jumped out of the grass and bit you.
What do you mean? I have an Arma. What is wrong with you?
Hey. There's people who wear headphones, no need to be yelling. People wear headphones. Yeah, look, example. Look, you just busted his eardrums.
Well, I have an Arma. You've known that for a long time now.
I've got an Arma. Look, that's 2 Armas. Look.
Here we go.
Oh, he's missed the good stuff.
Yeah,
because Sean's like that. Sean likes to pick.
I just like the banter, Brad. That's all I like.
I missed you Sunday, Sean. Were you on or?
No, I wasn't. I just get tied up with kids, so I'll be on this Sunday. So.
Oh, okay.
We also were talking about Steve-O.
Yeah, I seen that at the start. Yeah, I seen that at the start.
I did put something for part of his obituary that I had online. I actually added my own comments.
Yeah, I know. I seen. That show your dog next to that.
Yeah, I've been throwing up the GoFundMe and links to the obituary for.
People. I actually shed a tear for that guy. I actually shed it to him for several minutes. I actually cried for him because I miss him.
Yeah, Brad. Something when I was in the chat all night, obviously you weren't reading the chat, but John was in the middle of talking and saying something there, and you just talked right over him. So,
John's used to it.
What were you saying there, John?
So I've just been throwing in the link to the obituary and the GoFundMe. As we'll try to drum up some stuff for it and spread the word and have it, whoever wants to add their own little comment or donate to the GoFundMe or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had to take the backdrop down because everybody was getting too hungry because I had bacon up there.
I'm still.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was gonna throw Monster up there, but I didn't know if that they'd copyright strike it or whatever, or who the hell knows,
Yeah.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean, when we would watch him drink the Monsters when we were online, what was the most we ever saw him down in one video, one chat?
I don't know. I don't count what other people drink. I know you drink 2 liters of iced tea every time because I see you hold it up.
Actually, I drink mainly water that most time. When I get these, I do drink them.
Look at that jug. Jesus.
It's a gallon.
You can fill a car with that.
I know,
it's a gallon.
A gallon of iced tea every night.
I think Lyle would like a gallon of beer in that.
No, that's too much. The video would be over by now for me.
Last week. Oh, Brad, I forgot to tell you. Lyle said he loves everybody last week. He had that love. He had the love going on last week.
Yeah, I know.
I got 5% beer, and I wasn't ready for that because I drink.
I thought you usually drink 20% or 13. Canadian beer is very hardcore. They're up there. I think they go as high as 20%.
We're back
it's like Texas beer. That Lone Star beer in Texas.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Alcohol content on Canadian beer.
The biggest I've seen is 10%.
They're higher than the United States.
I think in Quebec it's
10% beer in Canada. You get a 6-pack, you're good luck walking. Like you're.
there you go.
You're falling instead of walking. Huh?
Oh yeah, I'll throw it. I see in the comments. Yeah, sure. I'll throw a shout out. I drink Keystones.
I see you drink. You drink more than that. You'll drink practically anything.
No, this is my preferred beer, and and I'll honestly tell you, there's multiple reasons. 1, it tastes great. 2, it's cheap. 3, it is in the top 10 beer in Canada under the 100 calories. Cheers.
And how much alcohol's in it? 5%?
That was the most perfectly timed text message I ever got.
Yeah, the beer in Canada is harder core than it is in the United States.
Oh, yeah. I've seen some Americans come up here and buy a 15 pack. It'll last them a week.
That's it. Canadian beers, Canadians and the Irish. That's it. We just like our beer. That's it.
You know what? I have to go generalize mainly. Europe, all of Europe loves to drink alcohol. All of Europe is big drinkers.
Hey, Sean, I got a good one for you. I'm half native Canadian and half Irish.
No, that's a good concoction.
I like my beer and I tend to fight about it.
Yeah. So
Here in
what's
Japan,
everybody
they're drinking like a can every day.
What was everybody working on tonight, or what we was up to anyway? So I was lingering in the chat there most of the time.
I just finished putting a new motor in my XCX10 too. So,
hey, did you send your shout outs?
Yeah, that beard's getting impressive, Keegan.
Oh, Keegan.
Yeah, I did do my shout outs to the tank banned me at the start. I got timed out. Because I said that, Sean.
Yeah, and I saw you do your little M&M impression.
Brett's in very late, but not forgotten.
That's because I got timed out. Because I was like, who's going to time me out tonight? Tank was like, I will.
How are you, Brett?
What's going on, guys? Even Brett?
You doing, Brett? Oh, Brett.
AC,
Hello.
man. What's up? What's up? What's up?
No, I just had to take the wife, go get some shoes on the other side of town, then to the store. She's got a women's retreat with church this weekend, so.
You like buying some Louis Vuittons? Yeah.
I love shoe shopping.
Don't forget, Brett, we've been talking about Steve-O too, so we haven't forgotten.
Yeah.
I also got my Lipo Disposal Kit.
There you go.
Okay.
Got that, and I got 4 things of salt.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to buy some salt when I go to the grocery store because I got to do something with that.
How do you do that? How do you do that, AZ?
You cut the bleed.
You make a good heavy salt water mix, and you put your batteries in it, and it discharges them.
Yeah, because salt conducts
For no good, right? That's it. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to cut them open or anything.
No, do you know how you discharge your batteries? When you think it's done, walk out to the trash can on the street and just throw it in the trash can. Let the bin man worry about it.
We use this.
You see, I'm going to save this lead. When I cut this, I'm going to save this lead to possibly make another one when I need it. But you usually should cut these off and then dump it in the salt water.
Yeah.
No, I just leave them.
Yeah, I like to keep them.
Leave it.
Yeah, but I'd rather take them off because who knows? I could make an attachment that I need for other
I've
things.
got so many.
Yeah, you could reuse
I've got so many of the leads. I don't need them.
So how much did that cost you?
The bucket was
the bucket
$4.
and the salt. Okay,
The
$4
bucket was
for
$4
that.
and the salt was 40 cents each container.
All right. Well, easy.
Yeah, I
peasy.
cut off the leads.
Gotta
I
get
cut
that
off
out
the
there.
leads. I cut off the leads to keep them.
60 cents. Nice.
Yeah.
This
So
was
you're
all a
feeding
lot
it
more
too.
expensive.
Well, what's that, Brad?
I cut the leads off and I keep them because sometimes I could need an attachment to go to another thing.
Yeah. So what's that, Brett? Front
They're my
grills.
parts.
New front grills for the truck.
Well, that's for the day cab semi, which I have my room back.
Yeah, I know. All your Comic-Con stuff's gone.
Yep, it's in storage.
Yeah.
But for the day cab body, where is it? It's right here.
For a second there, I thought you said their cat was in there too.
My cat's here.
I need parts for this. So
Yeah, that's a nice cab, that one.
well, this
Yeah.
and that are going on the frame rails that should be here tomorrow. I got 36-inch frame rails coming.
Nice.
Woo.
Sort of what Sean's been working on with the trailer.
I know you've got them ball bearings in already, Sean, right? Or the bearings.
Yeah. I have the axles. I have the
You got it almost all built. Oh yeah.
So I have the axles now done. So
That's looking good.
I just got to spray some parts up tomorrow. Or spray.
I need to talk to you about some other stuff later, Sean. I'll probably send you a message tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries. After when we're all private, I'll talk to Tony for a minute.
Okay.
Because Tony should be able to help with the thing.
Well, you should be able to help me with something too. So
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're going for. I haven't had time to look at that yet. I've been running all day.
Yeah. So Tony should be able to help me with something offline. So.
Yep. So
yeah, Tony's the inside man. Oh, did you find out about the books, the catalogs of the next ones are in for the volume 2s?
They're not in yet.
I ain't got mine yet. I just ordered some from Tamiya.
Brad can't open the pages anymore, was all.
Too sticky.
That's how Sean is about his trucks. He gets that way too.
I've got a new Tamiya catalog coming. I had to call and talk to him about some stuff yesterday. Got it straightened out. Got a couple more things coming, and I've got the new catalog coming. So
the volume 1, of course.
Yeah, I got one coming too.
Yep.
Hopefully, you're going to get all the old ones.
Old ones
old
too.
Ones too.
I'm supposed to get some old ones.
Cool.
Brett probably is going to like seeing that he's going to get a catalog and see what's going on. He's talking on his phone there.
Now I can join on Tamiya Tuesday because I'll have a Tamiya catalog at least.
and you'll know what's going on when we talk about certain vehicles. You go, oh, okay, I'll take a look. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, Spin Rush, if you can get them for free in Japan, since it is their headquarters of all the catalogs from them. Their catalogs for their RCs.
Yeah.
You check to see if you can get it for free.
If I go over to their shop or someplace, I could probably grab one. It'll be there. Just don't know when I'm going to get out. Yeah, that's the thing.
It's nice that that the people in the United States can get them for free from California.
Black market, Spin Rush. Get some and sell them to us guys.
He's not lying.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get myself a trench coat and just hey, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need?
Works for me.
G'day, Jack.
Is Jack in the chat room or?
He's in chat.
He's in the
chat. Mr. Jack.
Hello, Jack. We miss you, Jack. We miss you in the video.
I got another stupid mosquito in here.
Oh, I hate those things. I got bit the other day by one of the tiger ones. I hope I didn't get Lyme disease.
I got nailed by one yesterday, leg swollen up, spot like that. So, where am I going here? That's
hey, Tony, do you know if they're going to make an FF04 chassis?
I do not.
They shouldn't drop that chassis. That is a cool chassis.
You mean
especially the last one.
You mean they made a 1, 2, and a 3? What?
They have an FF01, 2, and 3 now, but they need to. I thought they were going to make a. I thought they were going to make a fourth one. I could see them using similar. They might, they didn't have the cantilevers. They had the cantilevers on the side on the newer one, but then they could do that. They could do cantilevers like this on the back one. The back shocks. That could be an FF04. That could be an FF04 chassis.
You must be in heaven tonight, Brad, being able to be like the cream of the crop tonight,
I always like Tony being here. He's an inside man. You obviously need to talk to him.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about it all night long. That's all I heard.
Sean would like to see. Sean would like to see you guys see their trucks actually have opening doors.
Ball Gear, what's up?
Yeah, that tractor trucks.
Trailer trucks. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If they did open, they finally started doing open door ones. Once you could have open door pieces on their bodies.
Hercules has 3 different Mercedes bodies that have opening doors.
Yeah, but they also have full floor pan, like the Tamiya trucks don't have full floor pans for the interiors and everything.
By the way,
if you open the doors, you have to change. They've had the same design for interiors for years, which works for them. So if you change and have the opening doors, you have to change the whole interior set up as well. So it's not a matter of just putting open the doors. Then there's a whole lot of other process. You got to scale out the whole interior and everything too.
I saw RC Kicks wants to possibly get a man to go in his. He's got the one of the new Mercedes ones, the Giga Space. But he did come with interior, came with the seats and a dashboard.
Yeah,
Well,
it
they
does
all
come
come
with
with
that,
the
but the way
safety
the
dashboard,
Hercules,
but
What are you doing?
the way the Hercules does is different than what Tamiya does, because that's what this other bag is here, is the other floorboard for the day cab here.
yeah, because
And it's just this pan that goes on the frame and the seats mount to that. The Hercules Hobbies actually has a separate deal that goes on top of a thing like this. So it's an actual finished floor that you can run wires in between.
for the finished floor pans goes right up into the dashboard and up the seats. That allows you to hide all your wiring and everything.
So it's into a firewall then.
Yeah.
I would like to see the suspension seats where they move up and down. The man moves up and down in there.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I see they brought back the Man TGX, but as they blue painted body already, it's not the white. So I personally prefer where you can choose your own color. I mean, don't get me wrong, doing ones like that are great for guys that just want to build them and run them. But I can't leave mine alone, as you can tell. So,
You know,
Yeah.
if I ever had the money to buy one of those, I'd have to go full hilt with them because that's what they're made for. They're made to have all that detail, all the electronics for them, all the noises for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
Look at that, man.
Too much to my.
There's the black one, but his was the 6x4.
Overdose.
Does look good with that LED light kit.
I've thought about getting a shorty like that.
Something you haven't done before.
No, it isn't. And I could also probably modify that suspension to work on the back of the motorhome too.
Yeah,
Sean, yours kits don't open, does it? Excuse me. Your doors don't open, do they, Sean? Your doors?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why you got that one.
Yeah, the doors open of mine and the whole interior.
I know.
Hey, Sean,
Yeah,
does this look familiar?
I have one right there on my shelf.
Yeah, he likes that body a lot.
Yeah, I have one right here. Let me see.
Is that
Let me move this
box?
there.
I would probably want the Tundra one too because I think it's the best looking.
Here you go.
Yeah, I'll have that discussion. I disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good looking.
I like the Hilux.
This has got RC four-wheel drive, 1.55 mud.
Oh, the bed lifts up.
I have a.
Lyle, you don't have the wheels on yours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the Yoda's on it right now.
Yeah, so this has got 1.55 mudslingers, got an RC four-wheel drive transmission. I modified to fit in there. It's got RC four-wheel drive axles. This thing can actually crawl like a beast. The Tamiya drive shafts, I'll tell you what, them drive shafts are freaking awesome drive shafts though. And metal drive shafts that come in the Hilux kit.
Yeah, look great.
Yeah.
They're realistic looking. This drive shafts on there.
So this thing's modified.
What is that, a door saying?
I have a multifunction unit in there.
Like crazy.
Oh, nice.
MFC02, so it does all the sound and light.
Oh, that's cool.
And this thing weighs like a ton.
Yeah.
I bet you it weighs almost 10 pounds.
Oh, it's heavy.
There you go, Lyle.
I like a Lyle. It's all workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing's pretty sweet. I
That's
need
nice.
a chassis.
Oh,
See, it has
that
a
looks
Yoda
good.
axle, RC4WD axles.
So
I think it's interesting that I find it interesting all the modifications you did to that, Sean. I'm surprised you could actually fit the Tamiya shafts to it. That was surprising. That you could fit shafts.
Still the full Tamiya chassis, Tamiya body, Tamiya drive shafts. I modified an RC four-wheel drive R1 transmission to fit. I made my own brackets for the Tamiya chassis, and then I put RC four-wheel drive axles and wheels on it.
Then I was surprised the shafts were able to fit to those pieces. Is what I'm trying to say.
They're the same output and input shafts. Yeah, the dry shafts are freaking awesome. Them big steel dry shafts you get on that.
Yeah.
5mm probably.
Yeah, they're beefy.
So Bold Gear wants to know, is it pronounced Tamiya or Tamiya?
It's
Tamiya.
Tamiya.
I thought it's Tamiya.
Tamiya.
It's a Japanese called Tamiya.
Tamiya.
Tomato, tomato.
Tayua.
Tomato, tomato. Exactly.
Yeah. Potato, potato. You know.
Let's call the whole thing off.
No matter how you say it, some people are going to understand what you're trying to say.
It doesn't matter.
that's
It's
all that
universal. That
There
name
you
is
go. That's a
universal.
nice kit.
That's your problem every day, Frank. You're French.
I don't see that as a problem.
I don't see that as a problem either.
You understand it the easiest, though.
Oh.
Sang, what are you holding up there?
I just bought a crazy brushless system for my
That's
Tamiya.
easy.
For what
Oh,
car?
that's a castle. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Castle.
just a cheap brushless system. But what I like, it goes up to 100,000 RPM.
Which
Motor.
KV motor is it?
Besides
It's
one.
4,000 something, maybe.
oh my goodness, where does that say it? It's 5,700.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
That's going to give you some power.
Where are you going to
That's
put
what
that?
they gave me for my Stampede, and it screwed it all up. But it's not supposed to go in a Stampede anyway.
I'm gonna
so.
put a grasshopper on a
Yeah.
3S.
That could be a bit much for it. You're going to destroy the diff gears.
Yeah, burn them up.
Well, I'm gonna try it. If I do, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, get it on video.
He's got
It
more
was
than one
balloon in my-
grasshopper. He's got more than one grasshopper.
You can use a Tamiya connector on 3S also.
No, I'm running Deans. All my cars are Deans.
Oh my goodness, you gotta change them. Things
Yeah.
are
Should we say anything about
Yeah.
that, or we'll just leave that topic?
Hey, I got
Connectors
Deans,
for
leave me
like-
alone.
Let's not, don't crack that egg.
Yeah.
How much did that cost, Canadian?
I don't know. It's retails for about, I don't know, 160 bucks Canadian, 180 bucks. It's pretty cheap.
So what? Talking about 130 US.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was about
right.
130. I just bought one of them, but I had to return it because I was going to put it on my Stampede, and it was too much. That was
Hey,
You go low
Stampede was
KV.
burning. Yeah, I had to go low KV.
Ace.
But I can't
Ace.
believe 100,000 RPM. That's insane.
Oh, yeah.
Most of my motors are about 18,000 RPM. This is like 100,000.
Mhm.
I wonder if
Hey,
that one has a fan on it.
Yeah, I think
Yo,
so.
that
With the
does.
fan.
Yeah,
but it needs it on it too.
That's waterproof probably too.
Yeah.
Anything from Castle that's above 3,800 kV gets hot.
They do get hot.
Yeah.
So the higher the KV is, the higher the RPM and lower the torque.
Depending on your
Yeah,
gearing,
yeah.
you could change the gearing and get your torque back too.
No, but
You get
overall,
your KV per volt, right? So you
Yeah.
take that maximum RPM and you can divide it by the cell that you put it into, and that's the KV you're running at that time.
So it's 5,700 times 11.1.
No, that's a 3-cell.
He says he's using a 3S.
you run it on 3 cells.
So it's 11.1 times 5,700.
Brad, can you turn your microphone down a little bit? They're gonna yell.
Yeah, or move it a little bit. You are blasting people out.
Yeah.
Should be used to that way.
Elf.
It's not even on all the way.
Your voice broadcasts well too.
Yeah. It's
Right,
just when you get
there's a
excited.
I just turned it down. Is that any better?
Yeah, but you yell. You gotta stop
You
yelling.
don't have to yell either.
Don't need to yell. We can all hear you.
Maybe
We're
it's
in the
because the
room with
phone is far away from him and then he's trying to speak into the phone.
Yeah.
The problem is he's wearing the microphone.
Yeah. He
do
thinks you need to
sometimes.
yell at the phone when the microphone's right.
My other
beside you.
phones never caused you this problem.
It did. You just have your microphone right there, and you keep thinking you need to yell at your phone. You know.
Well, no, the other phones did. You complain more. You've been complaining more about that with this phone than you did any other phone I've ever had.
No, I didn't. I always complained about you yelling.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
RC Mass Master, he says he hears you twice. Once through the phone audio and then once through the door, the window outside, because you speak so loud, he hears you through the window.
That's why I
Yeah,
went
you're
back
waking
to the
people up in
laptop. I
China.
was running the phone, but I couldn't handle Brad.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I want to know from you guys, how did Brad do today for his second show? And plus, this was the complete show this time. Didn't screw up the beginning. We're going to start saying bye to everybody. And I would just want to say thanks to Brad for being the host for tonight, because I stuck at work. So, Spin Rush, you say goodbye and say your thought about Brad, how he was tonight.
I think Brad did just fine. Again, you know, we talked a lot about Tamiya, still a little bit there, but definitely what I think is just like, as panelists here, is just supporting the different topics and bringing up the different topics together. Just that makes it more interesting. I found myself during today's live stream that I say, okay, let me bring up some video. Let me bring up some pictures to support Brad. So Brad, I've got your back, man. I've got your back.
Thank you.
Okay, so you did a great job. Thank you very much, and thanks to everybody for being here today. That's my piece.
Don't leave. Remember, we talk when we're offline.
Okay.
Lyle, your turn, Lyle.
All right. Let me check the script here.
That's what she said.
This was a great show. Brad did a great job, and thanks to be thankful for his friendship and support throughout the channel. Please click the like button and make a comment. Thank you for subscribing and watching.
Good job, Lyle. You're getting better. You're really getting good.
I got the script in time this time. Usually I get it a day late.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. Sean's RC Adventure.
Everybody, thanks for coming in and showing your support as usual for the Tanks Talk, even though Brad was running it tonight. Brad, you did a good job. The only thing, stay on topic. You do get off topic a lot. That's not RC. You just, in the future, just stay on topic for RC. It's called RC Talk. So
yeah, I know. Like tonight, I saw a couple times they were talking.
That reminds me. There's page 2.
Yeah.
There was too much.
We still had to talk about Steve-O because he's a friend of ours.
That's okay. That's okay. But there's a lot of topics you just straight off, like on one-to-ones and on everything. It's like RC Talk. So,
cool.
But all in all, you did a good job, man. So
thank you.
KBRC 13.
Thanks for having me again tonight, Tank, and thumbs up and the way out, guys.
Do you have a script also there? You're waiting to see the
Oh, yeah, but Lyle already read it, so I sent it to him. So.
Ditto. He's going to say ditto.
Yeah, ditto.
Okay. We're going to go with Tony Fallon next.
What Lyle said.
Oh!
That was good coming in again. I didn't realize that it was Brad's turn to host.
Frank's been working like a dog. That's why.
Yeah, I've been working nights for the last 3-4 days. So
somebody's got to make the money to support the channel, huh?
That's correct.
So thanks, everybody. It was fun.
One of these nights, I'll make you host. One of these nights, you'll be host.
Okay.
You got to make sure he can get in.
Oh, I was going to go see Sang, but he left. So we'll go somewhere else.
It's all right. I was going to bring my big binder of the script that I have.
Oh, okay, Sang. I'm just interested in what Keegan has to say.
I don't have a script. Joined late, but it's good to see everyone. And I'll stay on for the later show. Catch up for everybody.
After party. We also call it the after party.
Yeah.
After party. That's it. I call it late
Cool.
show, whatever.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in. John Martin.
Glad to see everybody, and let's keep our thoughts and prayers and family of Steve-O. Posted the link to the obituary a couple times in the chat, and also to the GoFundMe. And it was great talking about Traxxas Thursday all night long.
Cool. Green Frog OC.
For the invite, Frank, as always. I appreciate you doing these Thursday nights and keeping it consistent. Pretty much every week you're having a show. Great.
Tiny car.
Brad, you did a good job.
Thank you.
You talked a lot about Tamiya, but I learned stuff usually every time you're talking about it. So,
Well, we
nice.
also got Tony here.
And yeah, everybody else that's into Tamiya helps too.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thanks for jumping
You did
in.
a really great job with your script, man. You memorized that well.
Easy, Froggy, and more.
Oh, thank you for the invite, Frank. Got here a little bit late from running around. Listened in for a while. Didn't do too bad, Brad.
Thank you.
Watch the volume at times. That's all. Thanks everyone for coming to the chat there. Again, like John said, keep Steve O'D's family in your prayers and thoughts. Also check out the Operation 11 Charlie page if you're a member there. They got some info there as well. But hit the like button on the way out and have a good week.
Thank you very much. I think I got everybody. Everybody said their bye. Yeah, I think so. So we play spotlight. There we go. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. And wait a minute. No, it's not my job to do that. It's Brad that should be doing the goodbye. Where is Brad?
Go out and break something. Charge up some batteries and go out and break things.
There you go. You can say bye.
Bye, and thanks for your support, guys.
Brad, stop yelling, please.
I turned down the volume, guys. God.
I don't,
Now you're
Brad, it
talking
don't matter
okay.
if you turn down the volume. The microphone is right beside your mouse.
Fucking
That's the
Your
microphone
lips.
that picks up
It's
your
right there.
sound.
No, the microphone is right there.
The microphone is right
Your
there,
mic
right
you're using
beside
is
your
that one.
mouth, Brad.
Yeah.
See?
I don't think
Yes,
that.
that's your
Turn
That is the
microphone.
microphone.
Also
Turn the
later,
You're
after
yelling.
the show, we'll definitely look at the Zoom settings. Maybe you can adjust a little bit in the Zoom as well. So
Yeah,
Okay.
sensitive.
Cool.
I can tell what your prescription is.
Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll